Police clearing out the park next to the city's mayoral mansion after they've discovered a suspicious package. Police have been putting a perimeter around the park. There's a heavy police presence. It comes, of course, after the attempted terror attack outside of Gracie Mansion just a few days ago. Over the weekend, investigators say ISIS-inspired suspects tried to detonate multiple IEDs. NewsNation's Marcus Espinoza is live at the scene. Marcus, tell us what is happening out there.
Hey, Nicole. Yeah, so I was here just after my shift at about 12:30. I was actually at the bench on the park that is now closed facing the river. It was just a nice day, so I just went to the bench after my shift. But then a New York City police officer approached me and asked me to leave. And I said, "Is everything okay?" And he said, quote, "We are trying to figure that out." I had then exited the park again a little bit before 1 o'clock. And then as I left, the perimeter expanded quickly. They then shut down these streets here. And on X, the NYPD posted that due to a suspicious package, East End Avenue between East 85th and East 87th Street, as well as East 86th Street between York Avenue and East End Avenue, are closed to vehicular and pedestrian traffic. Closed at this time. So that tweet came out about 15 minutes ago there. And again, I was in fact one of the first people to get this notification in real time, in person, by a New York City police officer. And at first I just thought perhaps this is for construction or something going on because they were doing some tree trimming there. But then it became very obvious, Nicole, that this was in some way potentially related to what happened on Saturday. And again, from that tweet that the New York City Police Department put out there, they found a suspicious package, and so then they took quick action and shut down several blocks, including the park. And then, Greg, if you can again turn to your left and show how close the mansion is next to this park. So I'm not sure how close the suspicious package was from Gracie Mansion, where, again, New York City Mayor Mamdani lives, but it is extremely close to the park. It's basically the park's backyard. And so you can see why they're taking this suspicious package so seriously and why they evacuated so many different blocks and streets. I have not seen any buildings evacuated at this point yet, but that perimeter within about 30 minutes was expanded all the way down to York Street, which is my left, Nicole.
All right, Marcus Espinoza live for us there in New York City. Marcus, thank you. All right, we'll stick with this topic. Bring in a set of expert voices. Former FBI Special Agent Stuart Kaplan, NewsNation border correspondent Allie Bradley. So greetings to both of you. Allie, we'll get back to you in just a moment. We'll start with you, Stuart, as we know that obviously law enforcement is on high alert happening right now in New York City. And there's also this new federal government alert sent to law enforcement agencies across the country indicating that Iran may have or could soon activate these sleeper cells here in the U.S. So, Stuart, I'd like you to kind of explain what a sleeper cell is, talk about your thoughts on this new alert, and then also talk about what's happening right now in New York City.
Well, the latter point is I would hedge that the package or that suspicious package, if in fact it is determined to be an IED or some sort of improvised explosive device where it was perhaps could have been detonated, I would tend to say it was carried over or left behind by the two individuals from Pennsylvania who were just apprehended last week. And that would seem more consistent with them maybe leaving it there, or it may have been left for some other person who may have seen how they were apprehended and they may have taken off and decided not to participate. To your first question with respect to sleeper cells, look, during the Biden administration, with respect to the open border policy, there is no doubt, and it was very concerning to anybody in the United States government, certainly in the counterintelligence part of our government and in our military part, that there were individuals that were coming into the United States, setting up and blending in so they would be undetected, and they may be just like these two individuals from Pennsylvania. They set up shop in suburbia. They look like any other person. There are no red flags. There are no indicators. There's no prior criminal history. And they lay in wait until such time as they are ready to deploy whatever plot or plan they have initiated. Now, those signals may come through social media. They may come through some gaming applications. They may come through some other electronic means but there are definitely individuals.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.